That's a little bit better, I think. Okay, it's getting to be about. Sometimes Brittany comes on real. Who is I? Oh, I get these pop-ups all the time. I want to talk about Hargrave Military Academy. I spent 5 years there. I think it was five. Yeah, I was 13 when I went. The thing is that my dad and I were like really fighting a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on in that house. My mom thought it'd be a great idea to send me to Hargrave Military Academy for summer school. And she was just, I don't know what she was doing. I don't know why I went to summer school. I really don't. Now, my dad, his health wasn't doing well, and unfortunately, I'm kind of walking in his shoes, but in a different way, a weird way. But there's a problem. If your digestion's screwed up, which mine's starting to, I can't do fiber. If I do fiber, I'm in huge amounts of pain. And I can't eat large amounts of food. I have to rethink what I eat. Now, I mean, like little meatballs. What was that? I might have to check and see what that was. Little meatballs are pretty good too. Anyway, I'm going to keep this vlog going. My mom told me, I'll never forget this. She came in, she said, "You will not be going back to Eastway Junior High," or something like that. I don't remember. Oh, that's right. I got in trouble at Eastway. I remember all this now. I was really a bad kid. I was acting out. Of all the crap that was given to me by my dad, I was acting out. And he got me in a lot of trouble for a lot of years. I mean, a lot of years. So really what happened was my mother basically made up her mind, "You're going to Hargrave Military Academy." I was scared. I didn't want to go. My friends won't see you until much later on. I'll never forget it. When I got up there, they put us in fatigues. That's all you got. And you were to go out and go through training. I was lost. I was a little puppy dog scared. I was very scared and sprained my ankle. I sprained my ankle. So I got out of doing a lot of stuff. I was in the infirmary. Somehow or another, I heard about band company. I was in the infantry, but I heard about band company. And I played the saxophone. And yeah, I read music then. I'm a little lazy now. And I was always good with the treble clef, not the bass. I learned how to be able to, when I read music singing, I do it in how many jumps it is, and then the rhythm, and then the dynamics. It's not hard to do. And if you say, "Can you sing the notes?" No, I cannot sing the notes of a song, but I can see them, and I know how to hit the pitch. That's basically how I learned how to do it. Took me years to do that. Years. So anyway, at Hargrave Military Academy, I got into the band company. And at that time, my first year, I was on 2F. So I couldn't go on parades. I hated it. But I just wasn't doing well. I had hyperattention deficit disorder, but the school didn't give a flying crap. And they didn't. They made it clear, this is the way you have to do it. And I fought, and the more I fought, the more trouble I was in. Then I was on the bull ring all the time, walking around the bull ring. Now, it used to be that you had to do the rifle, then band company didn't have to do the rifle, and then people in the infantry complained they got to do the rifle. It got stupid. But I was on a bull ring a lot. I had no free time at all. I had no free time. My second semester, I got off of, I can't remember ever marching in a parade my first year. I don't think I did. But as I grew in band company, now remember I said this is a military school. Okay, so we had rankings, captain, lieutenants, platoon sergeant, first sergeant, adjutant, battalion commander, all the way up to a corps commander or something, I don't know. The thing about Hargrave that I really liked is that the teachers, excuse me, I gotta get some water. Is that the teachers are vested in what they're doing. And really the school really weeds the teachers when they hire them, because they're looking for something special in that teacher. And there's a lot of special teachers. I mean, they did stuff that the regular teachers would never do. And I get kind of teary-eyed thinking about these teachers and what they did for us. It marks a great school. But let me tell you what. I have hyperactive attention deficit disorder. Now, the hyperactivity, they were able to help me in that real well. Real well. I mean, I was just in a formation, and I learned that quickly. When I started to move, I started moving, and all of a sudden, man, a guy behind me, I don't know where it came from, kicked me in my ass. Oh my God. I felt my bone down there going, it hurt, and I felt that for 3 days. Ooh, man, that hurt. I never moved again. But I had attention deficit disorder, and really at Hargrave they had a how to study. And I think they had a class, and I think they also had the booklet that you can read and go through it. And you structure your studying as the book says to do. And you have a planner. And you write down your assignments in your planner on each day. It took me a while. The thing about it is that I'd go to, let me tell you what I did. Going to the chapel all the time on Sunday mornings. No, I didn't want to do that. So I checked out, the churches in town, and I would go to those churches. I started going to the dances, and that's how I met Diane. Oh, I met Diane. I'll always remember her. She was something else. She was something else. She woke up the man in me as a boy. She woke it up. As a guy, you get involved in a relationship with a girl, and it's also sexual. And at that time, it really, and it's the way it ought to be, just kissing and a little handsy, that's it. And the girl really rarely does any handsy. Rarely. At that age, no. But they'll let you do a little bit. But it's all part of growing into sexuality. That's what I say. But I'm in a vlogging mood today primarily because I want to get as many vlogs out. And you get to see how a human being, grown man at 69, if you go back, and you can go to my Robert Crozier, just put in Robert Crozier, Crosier. I might put that in this one here. You'll see me when I was younger. And I was fine. I was riding my bicycle. I was out walking. I'd walk uptown Charlotte, get a hot dog, check out the women. Always checking out women. But, So Hargrave Military Academy. I was going in, I kind of got away from Diane. She's hard to forget. I remember all of it. Every single bit of it. Now, I'm 69. That was a long time ago. But I remember Diane really, really well. And Diane knows it. She knows it. I went on Facebook and tried to get her attention. But she's very, 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 very married. I mean, extremely married. So Hargrave, basically what I started doing is the commandant and who else? There was another person there, I can't remember who it was. They'd always come up and say, we need to get you up on that C list. And they kept saying that. And I started thinking about how to study, and the school helped me, but they weren't jumping me up to this huge goal. I mean, Hargrave's amazing. What they're doing is they're giving you a goal to achieve, and it has to be reachable. So I got on C list. Yeah. Got on C list again. Yeah. And then I think I was able to squeeze into, Dean's list. I got to the Dean's list a couple of times, which was fairly good. But as I started growing into the school and learning their system and the classes, now the bad thing for me was that I'd fall asleep in the classes a lot. And that's why I'm hoping to get a good bed to sleep in. Now it's 3:25. I got to check on something because I may not be able to get my nap, but that's okay. I'll go to bed at 10 o'clock. So Hargrave Military Academy, I'll never forget it. My senior year was not that bad at all. I was a first sergeant. Now I lost my rank. Kind of silly, but I lost my rank and got my rank back. And I don't even want to get into this, but I figured out whenever you lose something, all you got to do is think about how you can get it back. And I'm not talking about a human being. Not in a relationship. Just get that out of your head. A lot of times it doesn't work. But, I mean, when it comes to something simple, yeah. Now, it's 3:25. I'm going to end this vlog. But Hargrave Military Academy in Chatham, Virginia is an outstanding school with high graduation rate, going to pristine schools. Yeah. They have a PG program just for that, because what a parent will do is send their child there as a postgraduate to get into that football or baseball, because their grades just aren't good enough, and the coach is saying, I'm sorry, but I can't take it. You're going to have to get your grades up. I'll go ahead and end this vlog, and I'll put Hargrave Military Academy in this. Peace, guys.